Welcome back to hashtag Ask LiveLeanTV. Guys, this is your host, Brad and Jess, and we had a very amazing show for you.
It's always amazing up here on LiveLeanTV. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the show.
Yep, we talked a lot about different subjects. We didn't even argue with each other this time, if you can believe that.
Although Jessica talked about her period. Oh, enjoy the show. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to a new episode of hashtag Ask LiveLeanTV.
I was almost going to sing, and then I was like, no, y'all don't want to hear that.
We don't need you to sing, because I'm the one with the singing chops and the rapping chops in this family. Not really.
Yeah, you don't want to hear me now.
All right, guys, so this is the show. If you haven't watched any yet, you've missed 38 shows if you haven't missed any, or if you haven't watched any yet. So go back and watch some other shows. But if this is your first one, this is the series where we take your questions on social media. When you hashtag them, Ask LiveLeanTV, not hashtag AskTV, not what I said last week. Make sure you get it right, because that's the only way we can find your questions. People are like, I asked you a question 3 weeks ago or 4 months ago, and I still haven't got it answered. You probably didn't use the right hashtag. Mm-hmm. Just put it out there.
But most of you do use the right hashtag,
well,
I'm guessing.
We think
they
do, because we don't know
but
otherwise.
We're getting a lot of questions, which is what I'm trying to say. So thank you all for participating in this show. We really appreciate your, interest and your activity and your involvement. So awesome job. By the way, I'm Jess, and this is Brad, and this is our channel, LiveLeanTV, which is all about helping you live lean.
If you guys want your questions, put them on social media. So Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, and Facebook. Right here, people, right here.
If you don't use some of those, at least you hopefully use one of them.
All right, first question on YouTube from Kelly Lynn says, hey guys, I'm 14 years old and I don't have access to your workout programs, so I do pop Pilates. It's really fun and I love it. I've gotten great results except for my abs. My butt is more lifted and my legs are stronger. Also, my arms are more toned and strong. My core has always been flat, but I want to get abs. I don't know what to do. And I've been doing pop Pilates for like 3 months.
Okay. So cute. 14. Like, I didn't even think about fitness until I was in my early 20s. Well, it didn't even occur to me.
Well, I played sports, so that was
I did too, but I'm just saying I wasn't checking out my abs at that age, I don't think. But cool if you are. Having a head start on your fitness is always awesome. But one thing I would caution you is just to enjoy these years, focus on, using activity for fun and not judging your body too much, because you're still growing. You're not even fully grown yet. You're not at your adult height yet. You don't have your adult hormones yet. So I would say just kind of relax on your fitness results for now. Just enjoy childhood and your teenage years and everything, and start training more seriously once you get over 18.
Oh, answer her question. Don't be so mama-like.
Oh, I know. Now that I'm a mom, I really sound like a mom, right?
Yeah.
All right, fine. You answer it.
Well, she says, my core has always been flat, but I want to get abs. I don't know what to do. So pop Pilates for 3 months. So I don't really know what pop Pilates is, but
that's Cassie Ho, right?
Yeah, I just don't know what it is. So
well, I think it's I think it's a mixture of Pilates with plyometrics is what I think.
Yeah. So
yeah, I'm not sure.
Anyway,
but it's not weight training, I don't think.
Yeah. So it's you know what? It's going to come. If whatever kind of workout you're doing or consistently doing, it's going to come with patience. So, that's kind of the punchline I've been saying here for
many episodes.
Many episodes now. It's if you keep doing it and it's a good workout, like I said, I don't know what those workouts are like, but if it's a good workout, you're going to see results if you're eating healthy as well. And at 14, like Jessica said, let's not focus entirely on your sole purpose and goal is to get abs at 14. Your sole purpose is to be a kid, have fun. But, working out is always a great thing when you're a kid. So keep doing that, keep being consistent. And if you're enjoying the workouts, good on you.
I bet everyone who's watching who's 14 is probably I'm not a kid. I know you don't feel you're a kid at that age. You feel like you're, an adult.
Yeah.
But just, trust us that you have a long time to work on your fitness after this. So, I would just enjoy that childhood.
Let me just put it this way as well. You say you have a flat abs, but you don't have abs. So your core has always been flat, but you don't have abs. So I just posted a video. It's free. It's on YouTube. You can just go watch it. 51 ways to blast your abs.
Yeah, tons
So
of
there's
exercises.
51
for you.
exercises. A lot of them are equipment free. Like you don't need to be in the gym. You can do them at home.
Yeah.
Go watch that video. We'll link it up down below, and those will help you if you're already like lean in the stomach, like you don't have a lot of body fat. They'll help sculpt and shred up your core like you want to do.
I dare you to do all 51 of them.
And so
in one
go
session.
go do them. And you're 14. I know you're on social media, so go post a video of you doing them. I want to see you guys doing the exercises that we put out there.
I would love to see that.
Okay, next question.
Okay, so Belinda Slater on, is that Facebook? Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you feed your dog?
Oh, this is actually a good question. I'm glad you asked because
it's been changing.
we've had a little shift. A few weeks ago on our Live Lean Life vlog series, we showed us feeding Bruno ground beef and we mixed in some spinach. And that was going well for a while.
Sometimes we'd give him egg or some like beef liver or chicken liver or
Yeah.
something like that with it. But we were doing like always homemade concoctions of taking like just human food, and giving it to him raw. And we'd get a lot of questions and comments like, are you sure raw is healthy for dogs and everything? And honestly, if dogs were in the wild, they would be eating raw meat. Like that's what they eat. They don't go and like stir fry their meat.
Yeah, and my other dog, Peyton, he had a tremendous switch in not only his body fat percentage, it's funny I'm talking about a dog, body fat percentage, but like his fur coat, his energy, his
everything
arthritis,
about him
it all got better
transformed,
when he ate a raw diet. And it was basically, you pick up the food at a butcher, it was ground beef, there was some vegetables mixed in there, and he would eat like a pound of that a day or whatever it was. But anyway, back to the story. This did not necessarily work out as well with Bruno.
Right.
So he was having problems with his bowels, like pooping.
Some
like
constipation.
he was going like a day to 2 days at a time without pooping. It seemed like he was storing
the color
that.
was darker.
Yeah. So we basically decided to take him off of that, put him back on a formulated dog food that's
still raw.
It's still raw. It's still just meat and vegetables, but it's already formulated by somebody else, that has different types of vegetables in there and different types of...
They include the right minerals and the right, combination of macros and everything. So, we were just experimenting. Which is the same thing we always tell you guys to do for your own diet, is like experiment and see what works, what percentage of macros is best for you, what food types and what food amounts. The other thing is we were feeding them a little bit too much because when we switched over to our homemade food diet, we weren't quite sure what the... conversion was, and if we were giving the same amount of calories, and we just have these like little 1 cup containers that we'd fill up to give them, but we found out that 1 cup of that was almost twice the calories as 1 cup of the frozen one that we were giving him. So we unintentionally were overfeeding him, and so we did notice he put a little weight on, and that combined with the constipation, it all wasn't a very good situation.
I don't even think it was weight. I think it was just backup. Like it was stuff was backed up. But anyway,
honestly, if you gain 5 pounds and you're not pooping, it's probably the poop.
That's the story, and he's back on the same raw food, and I think it's Nature's Valley.
It's called Nature's Instinct.
Nature's Instinct.
Raw. I'm not sure the exact title, but it is. We just buy it from any local pet store. We used to get it from
it's
our
in the freezer
local one in LA.
as well.
Now we get it from like Petco or something. But it's in the freezer section. We keep it frozen and we take it out a day early and then feed it to him thawed. So that's what we do. Okay,
next question on Twitter from Lisa Carlton says, are the fats in dark chocolate, 85% cacao, considered good fats?
Yeah, I say so. I think so. It's a plant fat. I think it's a saturated fat. But yeah, I would definitely put that in the good fats category. I still would limit the amount you're eating per day. I don't recommend you eat an entire chocolate bar every day.
I think people kind of confuse the idea of a chocolate bar, like a milk chocolate bar, like conventional, like Twix or whatever, Mr. Big, Crunch, whatever. all those versus like a dark chocolate, 85% or 70% plus cacao.
But that's what she's talking
They're not
about,
comparable.
Right?
So it's like, yes, you could eat one Kit Kat bar, but that's not comparable to eating one dark chocolate bar.
I don't think anyone thinks Kit Kat is healthy though, right? She's not
No, I'm
asking
not saying
about
that. I'm just saying like from a perspective of eating, like it's like, I don't want to go for a cheat and then go grab a full dark chocolate bar. It's only meant to be like, 2 to 3 of those little squares is, the healthy portion size of that. So yeah, no, go ahead. I have like dark chocolate like almost every day, like a square or two of it. We usually pick it up
multiple times per week.
Yeah, maybe not every day.
Yeah, maybe 4 times a week. Yeah, not daily, but like when you feel like you have like a little craving, and it's such a rich flavor that you don't need a lot to satisfy your craving. So that's something that we wouldn't even count in our macros. I would count it in your macros if your goal is to transform. But if you're in maintenance mode, I would just it's just a little amount. It's not going to really throw you off too much.
Yeah. Okay.
What, you would?
No, I would still consider count it. Yeah, that's.
In your maintenance mode, you would?
Definitely.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, build it in.
So that's his advice, and you have mine.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so I have Anna Malocha says, hey, I have a question. I was at yoga class, and before one position, the teacher said that if someone is on their period, should not do it. My question is, are there some exercises you should or should not do while on your period?
Well,
sounds like it's
let me get into this with you because I'm very, very experienced in this question. There was one time when I was in the gym and I was doing this exercise. You're going to cut in here any second. Like
I was just sitting back and letting you have it.
Okay, I'll just stay in my lane and let you talk about this one.
What's funny is neither of us has a period right now, though, because I just had a baby and I haven't had it back. So too much information for y'all, but, you're asking. So about periods and working out. In my personal experience, I'm a female who's had a period my whole life, been working out consistently for like 12 years now. I have always worked out during, before, and after, just all through the period days. I don't have any problem with that, and there are no exercises or moves that I specifically avoid when I'm on my period. I know a lot of yoga teachers will tell you don't do inversions, meaning going upside down, because this can like mess with the flow. Like you're supposed to flow downwards, and they're saying that when you turn your body upside down, your flow goes the other way. Yeah.
I'm gonna write a program on how to train while you're on a period by Brad Guthrow.
In my opinion, like if you're in that inversion for 30 seconds to a minute, which is probably, if you're not like an advanced yogi, you're probably not doing that upside down pose for very long, you're going to be fine. I wouldn't recommend going upside down for 2 hours on your period, because who knows, you might cause a blood clot or something. But honestly, it's nothing to worry about. I've been doing it for 12 years. I'm still alive. I'd go ahead and go do whatever exercises you want on your period. And if you've seen my video about should you work out on your period, we can link that below. You will find out my opinion on whether you should or should not work out during the days of your period.
All right.
Oh, you learned a little something today, didn't you?
I did. I'm just growing that knowledge up there.
Just growing.
Okay, next question from Dalia Milan Vela on Twitter says, hey guys, what do you eat for comfort food, like when you're feeling blue or you've a cold or you want to feel home?
Oh.
I know mine is obviously.
I know, that's so obvious. It's so pizza with you every time, all the time.
Actually, no, the other night we had some decent burgers.
Yeah, we were having kind of like a rough work day the other night, and we were just like, I think it got till 8 p.m. or something. We had no plan for dinner, and we were stressed out, and everything was crazy. So we went and had a couple of burgers and one order of French fries shared. And so that was nice little like comfort food, kind of like a, I don't want to cook tonight, kind of what are we going to do sort of thing.
Somebody else had something too, though.
I may have had froyo before that.
Pre-burger.
Yeah, on the way to the burger place. We want to be transparent with you guys.
Busted.
Because I know, you need to know that we do this sort of thing sometimes, and we're not perfect, and our diet isn't 100% on point. What, are you going to act like you're perfect?
No, I was going to say I didn't have frozen yogurt.
No, that's because Froyo and Brad
But she shared 2 extra bites of her burger with me.
I did.
I'll take the meat over the dairy any day.
Yeah. So anyway, other comfort foods I like, I
cherry
love
pie?
Pasta. Yeah, and cherry pie is freaking top of my list for like things I would eat if I was
See how well I
feeling
know
really
her?
bad. Yeah, you do know me. That was good. I also, what's one thing starts with an M that I really like and don't eat often, but I like it?
Mexicali roses.
Wait, what?
Menus?
No. Oh my God, no. Something
Meal planner
that's
software?
pretty much 100% sugar.
Meringue pie?
No.
Okay, just being an idiot.
marshmallows.
Marshmallows.
I love them, and I feel like that's a terrible thing to love because they're in no way healthy for you. But
It's a terrible thing to love.
I might eat a couple of those around the holiday times or something like that.
That should be a name of a song.
A terrible thing to love.
Going on to the next question.
Oh my gosh.
From Twitter, from Leonie Just says, if my macros are already on point, will substituting protein powder for protein from food improve my results?
So you want to replace protein powder with a food source of
No,
protein?
I think we'll
the
substitute
other way
protein
around.
powder for protein from food.
Yeah.
So taking out protein powder and putting in
Yeah.
food, will it hurt her results?
No, I would say it's kind of even. Like protein powder, we use it not because we just like love it, but because it's like a nice and convenient and easy way to get your total protein higher. Plus, it's faster digesting for post-workout. So yeah, I mean, honestly, and I tell some people this sometimes if they can't afford supplements or they, don't like protein powder. A lot of people don't like it and don't want to have it in their daily diet, and that is fine. You can absolutely fulfill your protein needs with whole food sources, and I would say that's just as good, if not better, as having a protein supplement in your diet. You don't have to have supplements at all, but like we said, it has its purpose because it's quick and easy.
Yep.
And it's sweet, so it's kind of like sometimes you might get bored of eating only savory meals.
Yeah, plus it's like you can add it to baked goods to make it a
Yeah.
healthier option.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I think you can get away with it.
But you could use egg whites instead,
Yeah, so do it and tell us what your results were.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to know. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, so we have Lucy Villamova says, what do you think about the product MyProtein Total Nutri-Greens? Is it comparable, at least a little, with the greens powder that you use? In my country, athletic greens powder isn't available. And I want to thank especially Jessica for the video, number one reason you're not getting flat abs. I finally understand how to do it and starting to show the results. Yeah.
Yay. So if you haven't seen that, that's an old video, isn't it?
It's last year. Yeah. It's not super old, but it's like, it's
We'll
been
link
a
that
little
video
while.
down below.
It was before I was pregnant, that's for sure.
Yeah. So to answer your question, MyProtein Total Nutri-Greens, I'm not a huge fan of it. I've tried it. And you look at the ingredients, and I think the first ingredient is actually soy.
Sucralose? Oh.
Sucralose. Oh.
Is it sweetened with sucralose or no?
No, I don't think it is. It might be.
Some greens
I don't
powders are
I don't even
really
know if it's sweetened with
sweet.
anything. But anyway, it's soy. I think. Don't quote me on that. But I don't. I've tried it, but like I said, I use Athletic Greens. Or Jessica uses Organifi as well, and we'll link those down below.
Those are both top notch.
Those are better sources in my opinion. Like I said to you guys before on a previous episode, like I am a MyProtein ambassador, but it doesn't mean I take all of their products because they have so many freaking products anyway. But some of their products, in my opinion, are like really good and they're clean, they're healthy, like one ingredient type stuff. Other ones where they try to make something like brownies and those sort of things, like healthify them, I think they kind of miss the mark a little bit on the ingredients that they use. So I don't promote those. This Nutri-Greens is not something that I take, and I think there's better options, like you said, Athletic Greens or the Organifi.
Well, I'm wondering if you've checked out if Organifi will deliver to your country. You didn't say what country you're from, but they might. So you could try that. That would definitely be our alternative choice if you can't get Athletic Greens.
Yeah.
But you could also kind of make your own greens superfood. I know it's going to be hard to replicate really because there's a lot of ingredients in these powders.
Actually, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, go ahead.
MyProtein just came out with a new organic range. And they sent me, it's chlorella, is it?
Yeah.
And it's comparable to
spirulina. Is it spirulina?
So I haven't, it's still here. I haven't tested it yet. I still don't know much about it, but if it is like a greens type powder, so that may be something that you may want to check out. So we'll link that down below.
It's more pure. It doesn't have anything else in it. So you can mix it into your smoothie.
Disclaimer, I haven't tried it yet.
Yeah.
It's still there, but it seems like that would be a good option as well.
I just like Organifi and Athletic Greens because of the combination of ingredients they have. But if I were without them and didn't have a choice, I would just make my own green smoothies with some kale, some spinach, some cucumber. Just kind of put your own greens in a smoothie. But
just because it's a greens powder, I've had bad greens powders before, that aren't good.
Yeah.
And so those are the two brands that we like to stick with. But we'll link up that MyProtein, the other version down there. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. All right, next question from Ania Orr on Facebook says, body composition after 1 month of training at the gym with weights, 43.5% muscle, 20% fat at 130 pounds, 5'8", age 28. So according to some indexes, this is high muscle mass percentage, but I don't look muscular at all. I have noodle arms, but thicker legs genetically. I have some fat here and there on my abs and thighs. I think because my diet is not completely clean yet, eating grains whole and maybe too salty, my body structure looks pretty bony now, so I don't know what direction should I follow. Is lowering my body fat a good idea, or is it going to make me look even more bony, meaning I am working on toning my muscles? I think, yeah, I know what you're getting at.
Well, I thought you were going to say, you know what I'm going to say. What do you think I'm going to say?
Oh, I don't know. You go ahead. But that was like a tough, it was a very in-depth question.
Is good. It gives us a lot of background.
So but I think I know what you're trying to get at. So you go ahead.
You're saying that what's your understanding is that she wants to tone up?
She wants to tone up without
gaining too much muscle?
She's just wondering, should she lose body fat or build muscle is essentially what it is.
So the question is the classic, should I bulk or should I cut kind of thing?
And my answer is body recomposition. So that is, you're using the stored body fat as fuel to fuel your muscle gains. So you see what I'm saying with that? So it's like workouts like Live Lean Afterburn, where it's metabolic style training, where you're lifting heavier weights, you're keeping rest periods short, so it's very metabolic, your heart rate is up, so you're burning fat, but you're also maintaining your strength and potentially building strength and building muscle because you're doing like squats and presses, all of the compound movements that you typically do to build muscle. So it's kind of taking from both theories of muscle building and fat burning and combining them into one. And I think based on what you said, that is what you're looking to do. So I would put you on a metabolic training style like that.
Body recomp program.
LiveLeanAfterburn.com.
Yeah, and I think, the first thing that comes to my mind is ignore those, scan numbers because, you had your test done at one gym. I bet you anything, if you went to another gym and had the test done again, you'd get different numbers. And the numbers don't mean anything if you look in the mirror and you're not happy with what you see. Yeah. So you're saying by some indexes, that's a lot of muscle mass. If you look in the mirror and you don't think you look muscular, then you're not, So I would, if it were me, I would focus hardcore on building more muscle. Yep. Get rid of those noodle arms, fill yourself out a little bit. Yeah. I think that's so cute, noodle arms. But if that were me and my body, that's what I would kind of tackle first. I would be like, all right, we need to get some lean muscle on this body. And, nobody wants to look like a hanger. So why would you want to lose any more weight? Right? I don't want to look like a clothes hanger. I did that to myself when I was first starting out in fitness. I thought it was all about the measurements and the numbers and everything. So when I would measure myself, I would think that my body fat was too high and my weight was too high, just because I didn't have any sense of what it should be. And who's to even say what number you should be, right? It's just based on your height, it doesn't give you an answer of what your weight should be. It's different for every person. And you say you're naturally kind of thicker in the legs anyway. Maybe that's just maybe you'll be one of those women who has that gorgeous voluptuous lower body, and a leaner upper body. That's not wrong. Not everyone has to be balanced and symmetrical. So what I'm trying to say, a long story cut short, is, do what works best for you and what makes you feel good, and judge yourself based on what you see and feel rather than, measurements that someone does at the gym.
Well said.
Good night, everyone.
That was a little rantish. I liked it.
Drop the mic. All right.
You felt good about that answer, didn't you? She feels good now.
Did it feel good?
Good. I like that. I like the confidence. All right, next question.
Because it sounds like baby Jess. I've been there, So I like that.
I feel it. Baby Brad has been there too.
Baby Brad's been there. I've been through that phase. I learned a lot, and now I want to share it with you.
All right, Ania, or you just got yourself a wicked question answered. Now you got to go execute.
Yeah, we want to see the results.
All right.
Take pics
Next
now
question.
And later.
Snapchat, Dex2Real. How often can I drink BCAAs when building muscle?
How often? I would say, follow the directions on the supplement label, because different brands are going to have different dosages, I guess.
That's lame.
Is it though? Really? I don't know. I always feel with supplements, when people ask how much I take, it's I read the labels and I take what the label says.
But
that's what I do.
Yeah, okay. That's.
Yeah.
I don't mean lame that's the way you answer it. I just mean seriously,
You don't like following suggestions?
Well, no, I don't mind following suggestions, but if you look at
Like the companies suggest, because they've been
it's not
clinically tested.
Yeah, but if it's not even necessarily the company's suggestion, because the company wants you to consume as much of it as possible so they can resell it again. But I just find that the recommended dosage on supplements are so low, which is the opposite.
So you're going to say take more than they tell you to take.
It's because
so then you have to buy it even more frequently.
But that's like, if you look at the studies and stuff, it's like you need to take a lot more. Like this, like, you got to follow your doctor's advice. Let's throw that out there, because I'm not
a lame answer.
I'm not like taking any heat for anything. But it's like, if you take, it's like, just look at the vitamin industry. Like vitamin C or vitamin D is a good example. Like vitamin D, like one little tablet is 1,000 IUs or whatever it is. But if you really want to get like the effects of vitamin D, you got to like multiply that by X amount.
I don't know if there's any harm of overdosing on BCAAs, but like...
Well, it's just amino acids, so...
I know, but still, you can overdose on anything.
Oh, you can.
Anything. Even water, you guys. You can overdose on it.
What's it called? Hypodermia or something?
Hyperhydration, I think.
Is it?
Like
whatever.
that.
But...
Not hypothermia.
I said hyperdemia.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
I don't know what that means either.
Whatever. But honestly, I think the thing is, you just, like... You got to kind of test it out yourself and like ask yourself, what kind of result are you trying to see? You're trying to build muscle. Some BCAAs is going to help you. Too much BCAAs is probably just going to be a waste of BCAAs.
Yeah, it's not that it's going to hurt you. It's just going to be... So what I would recommend, or what I would do, is if I'm in like a serious muscle building phase, I would have 5 grams before my workout, 5 grams during my workout, and 5 grams after my workout.
It's 15 total per day.
15 grams.
Yeah.
But if you look at some labels may say do exactly that. It really depends. I don't know. But just saying like follow the labels is the safe way to do it. But is it, going to get you the best results?
Well, let's
be
clear. I mean, all labels are going to give the same recommendation to every single person taking that product.
Yes.
So you're supposed to take 15 grams, and I'm also supposed to take 15 grams, even though you're like 40 pounds heavier than me.
And I'm training harder, and I'm more extensive, more intense.
Right.
Like, so yeah, like that's what I'm trying to. That's a good point. That's what I'm trying to get at. Is the labels are like typically for the average. And it's just like the daily calories per day that somebody should eat, or the amount of protein the RDA that the government, it's like, this is for people who go to work for 9 hours a day, they don't move their body, they don't train in the gym, like they're just like living.
Right.
That's like for them. But when it's people like us who are watching the show, like you guys that are looking to perform better, to increase your health, and just to be overall level up your life, you got to take in more nutrients than the recommended amount. That's what I'm trying to say.
I see what you're saying.
So, yeah.
Just think to yourself, am I average or am I an athlete?
Yes.
And so athletes are going to have different dosages than just like average Joes. And then also think, what is your body size? And like, are you bigger than the average person? Like, when it comes to like taking ibuprofen or something, if I were to give my dad a dose of ibuprofen, he's like huge. I would give him, he's like 6'4", big football player guy. I would give him 3, and I would probably take 1 myself.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying the dose is going to vary depending on your body size.
Yeah, but the recommendation on the bottle would be like, take 1. But your dad wouldn't notice the difference if you took 1.
Not at all. He wouldn't feel nothing.
So that's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
All right, guys? So just don't hammer me with all this stuff about overdosing on supplements and everything. I can just imagine the comments now. Hopefully
it's not our fault if you OD on BCAAs. We're putting that disclaimer out there right now.
Which I don't even think is possible.
I don't even know what the side effect would be, like what you would feel like.
Yeah, but bottom line here, Dex, I know you've been doing some of the programs. You've been on LiveLean Mass. You've been on LiveLean Strength as well. So I know, like, I got a good sense of where you are in the game. So like I said, 5 grams pre, 5 games during, 5 games post.
Games?
Or
Grams.
Grams post. All right, next question.
Alex Eam on Snapchat says, have you heard about Vince Gironda's steak and eggs diet? Do you recommend it? The fats are mainly butter, meat, and eggs, and it's kind of keto. And is butter a healthy fat?
Yeah, so...
We talked about butter on the last episode.
Yeah, Vince Gironda is, if you guys don't know who he is, he's like an old school strength coach bodybuilder from like the Arnold
70s?
Schwarzenegger. You know who he
Yeah,
is
from
too,
the
do you?
70s, I think. Yeah.
That's impressive. All right.
Oh, babe, you know I'm like an
She's
inner
more of a
meathead.
meathead than I am.
I have my little bro library with
Yeah.
all my like Arnold books.
And
stuff.
I think Vince Gironda was also the dude that popularized like the 7x7 training style. So 7 reps, 7 sets of an exercise. So
what do you think of
he
this?
was very influential in the time and day. And steak and eggs, like that's what I kind of recommend for what I call the PFF for the meat and nuts, which I learned through Charles Poliquin was, protein, healthy fat, and fiber. So
Doesn't sound like there's any veggies in there, but
yes, well,
you could add some veggies.
It is based on a keto, so they do keep
Right.
their veggies a little bit lower.
But at least like some kale or something.
Yeah, I'm sure that's fine.
Yeah.
But anyway, like I would much prefer you eat steak and eggs with no vegetables than a bowl of Frosted Flakes or a bowl of Corn Flakes, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
The protein, and I just did a video on this. You guys go watch my video, the best breakfast for weight loss, I think is what it's called. It's up on YouTube right now. That's very similar, or the similar components, the similar macronutrients to what you're talking about there. So
Yeah, it's really, really similar.
Yeah,
It's ground beef in there and some eggs.
it's
and
healthy.
There's
it's,
other stuff too, but
it's organic meat, so you're getting healthy fats, healthy proteins. It's organic eggs, healthy fats, healthy proteins, nuts, avocados. You're getting your greens from arugula or whatever kind of spinach, whatever kind of fibrous vegetable you want to throw in there. It's very similar, man. So I am all on board with that.
He's in love with
So
that.
me and Vince Gironda, we do it.
But the one thing is you probably would substitute, instead of butter, you would probably use coconut oil.
Yeah,
right?
I don't feel personally good on butter because of just my body
Gives you
type.
that greasy feel.
And get the greasy feel. So I do
But
coconut oil.
do you think butter's a healthy fat is the final question
Yeah,
here.
for some people.
We
If
think
it's
it's like kind of-
if it's grass fed,
Right.
of course, like it's not conventional, like it's coming from a healthy cow, then by all means.
Yeah. I'm kind of like on the fence on how my feelings about butter. Like, I love the taste of it. Do I want to eat it daily? Absolutely not. I've already said this on other episodes. I wouldn't feel like healthy eating that every day. I prefer coconut oil as my everyday kind of cooking fat.
So once again, like we always say, guys, you do you.
Yeah, you do you.
You have something that works for you.
Right.
I have something that works for me.
Right.
You guys may have something different that works for you. If it works for you, keep doing it. Bottom line, like this is my little rant here.
That was the last question.
This is my little rant here for the end of the show. Everything that we talk about, everything that we recommend, we are recommending it to the people out there who are complaining that they're not getting results, or that they're doing this, but they're not getting results. This is why we do our show, is to help those people get results, put them on the right straight path. So if you are doing stuff that is different than what we're talking about and you're getting results, you do you.
More power to you guys.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter if you're keto or you're paleo or you're vegan or whatever you are. If you're loving it
The bottom
and you're
line.
just watching us just for fun, then that's totally
Yeah.
fine. We're not, talking to those people who are already cool and they're on their right path. But this information and answering all these questions and everything is for people who are begging us to help
Because
them get results.
They're confused. They don't know what to do. Like that is who
And they're
our
figuring
content
things
is
out.
for.
Yeah.
So like if you're on another path with your nutrition, then once again, we're not judging you. We're not trying to convert you. We're just telling you to keep doing you and respect other people's opinions on how they go about their diet and nutrition if they're getting results in a healthy way.
Absolutely.
All right.
There are a million ways to approach your fitness and nutrition. Like, it's been proven time and time again. You can look at every different sector and find a super fit person that does things a different way.
Yeah.
One place on YouTube, you're seeing someone who's vegan and completely shredded, and then we're over here, and then there's another channel with someone who's keto and killing it. So I'm just saying that there isn't one way to get fit. So
That's it. So
Jinx.
question of the day. Who had the question last week?
It's your turn now.
Damn it. I remember last week I was supposed to have that question. I was supposed to ask it, and then I forgot it again. I didn't write it down. Do you have a question?
Yeah, I kind of want to know what you guys feed your dog.
It's a good.
Because we told you, we're still kind of figuring things out with Bruno, and every dog's different. Peyton had a ridiculous transformation on his raw butcher diet, whatever, and just it didn't work out for Bruno. So we're changing things again, and we kind of like what we're feeding him now, but some days he just doesn't seem that hungry and he's not that into it, and so
yeah.
I'd just like to know, like, do most people feed their dog kibble, and is it working well for some dogs? And just tell us, because we're experimenting.
That's it. Thank you guys for watching.
And do you even have a dog, bro?
We love you. If you don't have a dog, go get one. There's a lot of dogs out there who need a home. You guys are good people because you're watching this show. Go adopt.
And it'll help you get your daily steps in.
Yes, and it will help you get to 10,000 steps very easily. So guys, thanks for watching. We absolutely love you. Happy holidays. If you're watching this show around any holiday, what may be, we love you.
Yep.
And keep
living lean.
living lean.
Boy.
Boy. Big shout out to all our Live Lean podcast listeners. We love you and would so appreciate it if you would give this podcast a review. We need your feedback to improve and grow. So please give us a review right now.